If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you love movies? So do I. What's up, y'all? It's KB, and I love movies, inviting you to listen to The Conversation, a film podcast where passion meets perspective and opinion. From the old school to the new, I invite a guest on to discuss the movies that thrill us, challenge us, break our hearts, or even blow our minds. There's always new episodes dropping wherever you get your podcasts. So join the conversation. We don't just watch movies. We love talking about them too. The Conversation with KB Loves Movies, a part of Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Welcome to the Kulturecast. I am your host, Chris Stachiw, Editor-in-Chief of Culture Shocked.
I'm Senior Staff Writer Michael Swan.
And this week, for the first time, we have one of our writers for the site, Marc Hall.
Hey, guys.
Say hi, Mark.
Hello.
You say hi, Mark. Hi.
Hi, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody say hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. Oh, man. So we're nearing the end of comic book month. May has been a pretty long month. I don't know for you guys if that's felt like it, but it's felt pretty long for me.
I don't know if it's felt long, but it's definitely been, I don't know, it's had its moments of moving really fast and then moments of just drudging down to a halt almost.
Yeah. So this week, we're talking about Tank Girl and Elektra, two women superhero movies, comic book movies. Let's start with Elektra. Features Jennifer Garner as the eponymous character, and she is brought back to life because she died in Daredevil, thankfully. And she comes back for Elektra, and she's doing something that I couldn't even really figure out for most of the film. So, what did you guys think of this movie, Swan? What did you think?
I was bored as fuck, like, the entire time. I actually watched this. I was watching this on my flight here, so I'm actually not recording from Dallas. Like normally, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, I forgot to mention we're sans a guest host. We're co-host John has the evening off.
Yes, and
lucky him.
Yeah, lucky him because these movies are garbage. Well, not all of them. Tank Girl's fine, but so I was watching this movie on my flight here, and it was probably the most boring thing. Like, I had a bad flying experience because I decided to watch Elektra. I usually really enjoy flying.
What the fuck?
I really enjoy flying for the most part. And I was just annoyed, like, the whole time just watching this movie. I'm not sure how this got made. It's that boring of a story.
Yeah. It's not... Mark, I'm curious to hear what Mark thought.
Oh no, this was one of the. This is up there with Duel in terms of just how truly boring of a movie this was.
Are we talking about Duel, like the one with the trucks?
Yeah, the old
Spielberg movie.
I almost said Shakespeare. The old Steven Spielberg movie.
The old Shakespearean play of two 18-wheelers chasing after one another.
No, yeah, that was a boring ass movie too. I mean, this was easily the most boring movie I've ever seen, hands down. What makes it even worse is that the story is just nonsense. There's no coherent plot the whole way through. You don't, like you said at the beginning, she's resurrected to do something for some guy.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on in this movie. I mean, really, from the beginning of this movie, the beginning is kind of interesting. You get Jason Isaacs, who's a really good actor. I mean, he's been in a ton of things. And he's like sitting in a room by himself, and he's like, she's coming, I know she's coming, and he's talking, he's putting over her character of Elektra. And then after she kills him, it just goes downhill fast. And she like kills him, and then things happen. Then she's given another contract, and she has problems following through with the contract. Like, that's the whole movie. Yeah. It's so...
Yeah.
She wants to... She throws her life away because she wants to fuck this guy.
Goran Viznick.
And I have a problem with this part of the movie.
What, this part being the whole part?
Well, yeah, I guess the whole part. Because in the very beginning, with this whole thing with Jason Isaacs, it puts over Jennifer Garner's character as like this crazy badass. And then from the entire time of her deciding to not kill her targets later on till like the end of the movie, she's considerably weaker as a character and as, I guess, a martial artist and a fighter and all that stuff that goes into being an assassin. She just feels extraordinarily weaker compared to what we saw in the very beginning. And that was incredibly annoying to me.
The thing that really bothered me about this movie, really, more than anything else, more than how the plot was nonsensical, her fucking outfit.
What about it?
Come on.
The actual costume part, or like the
costume,
the
like
pantsuit that she wore.
I'm not really bothered about like the color. I'm talking about what it is in reality. It is literally like a corset and like some pants.
Yeah, so?
Come on. Like, that only works if you're fighting people with swords. If you're fighting people with guns, have a nice day.
The movie's
She's literally walking around in like Victoria's Secret like underwear. It's not bad to look at. That's not what I'm complaining about. What I'm saying is, as a costume for a hero, it is totally absurd.
Yeah, but most women superheroes or characters in women's comics, their costumes are absurd in that manner, just like in video games. Oh. This is probably like the dullest performance I don't know. Like, to me, it seems like a Rock could play Elektra better than Jennifer Garner, which is unfortunate because
The Rock.
I was just gonna say The Rock or A Rock.
I'm just gonna say A Rock. I didn't say The Rock.
He'd probably look just as good in the jumpsuit.
Whoa, now, bro. Well, I don't want to imagine that.
Too bad you already did.
Yeah, I know. It's done now. It is done.
It's unfortunate because, Jennifer, I think we can all agree Jennifer Garner looks good in this movie.
She's attractive. She's got,
she looks good.
Perma pouty face.
That's fine, whatever. But, the overall look looks good to me. I'm cool with it. But, the overall performance was just blah. Boring as fuck.
And I don't know whose fault that is.
I don't know. It's really, I think in this case, it's going to be kind of hard to pinpoint. We'd have to talk to a lot of people surrounding the production because we've actually had some good conversations in the last 2 weeks about bad performances and whose fault it really is, whether it's the actor, the director, the writer, or even someone in a executive level.
Yeah.
And I don't know whose exact fault this is. I really want to believe that Marvel didn't give this product to some slapdick to write.
Slapdick. One of the people who wrote it was Zach Penn. He's written a lot of really high profile stuff. So, yeah. And John spoke with Natassia Malthe, who played Typhoid, who has no speaking lines in the movie except for one. Mm-hmm. But I would like to believe that it's not the actor's fault. It's the writing. But I honestly don't know.
But in that case, I don't know. Because there's a possibility. I'm not super familiar with a lot of what Rob Bowman's done, so there might be a chance that it's on him. But on the same token, I'm not super familiar with other things Jennifer Garner's been in, so I'm not opposed to putting this on her either.
Bowman has done some episodes of the X-Files. He directed the X-Files movie. He also directed Reign of Fire.
Oh wow, I like. Apparently you don't like that movie.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just a goofy as hell movie.
I really like Reign of Fire. So.
Come on. It's Matthew McConaughey and
Gerard Butler and Christian Bale. I think.
Is Gerard Butler in that movie? No, it's Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale fighting dragons in England.
No, and Gerard Butler's in that movie too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like the only movie you'd ever see those three actors in the same film. I'd be willing to bet money Gerard Butler is in that movie.
Man, that movie sounds inherently more interesting right now to watch than fucking this movie.
Well,
Hello, my name is Kevin Tudor, and I'm one of the 3 hosts of Almost Major, a film podcast dissecting many major indie studios and the films they release. Every week, myself, Charlie Nash, and Bryden Doyle discuss overlooked, forgotten, or bona fide classic indie films via studio-specific miniseries. We've previously covered numerous films from Artisan Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and New Line Cinema. Titles including The Blair Witch Project, American Psycho, Dogville, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saw, Requiem for a Dream, and Ringmaster, you know, the Jerry Springer film. Anyways, we have a fun time every week and we hope you will join us. Subscribe to Almost Major wherever you get your podcasts. Now proudly a part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
there's a lot of things that are way more interesting to
I just
watch
don't understand
than
how this movie's so boring. I mean, essentially you have Jennifer Garner jumping around on screen for an hour and 40 minutes. Why wasn't it just cool?
But she really, I mean, there's really not even that much. There's one decent fight scene at the end. Mm-hmm. There's the fight scene in the forest when that big ass guy that looks like Shaquille O'Neal throws a log at the tree, and the beginning.
I mean, I just don't. It feels like they were like, oh, it's a female superhero movie, so it can't be about the action, and it has to be about the love story. Mm-hmm. Which is what like 90% of this movie was about, was Jennifer Garner and Goran Visnyk's love story.
Which was boring as fuck to me. I didn't even understand like how, because they addressed that so little. There's only like 2 or 3 like really big instances of that plot developing. To me, this film was more about Jennifer Garner's growth and her relationship with Abby.
Well, I just don't understand what the point of making this movie was, because I watched this movie earlier today and I can't remember anything from it. It all just kind of meshed together as one kind of
I mean, I don't know either.
All the villains are just like not developed at all. None of them except for one of them has lines. Only one of the villains of whatever that group is that comes after her,
the Hand,
has lines. Do what?
The Hand, I believe.
Is that the Hand?
Those
guys?
That's like a monstrous. So. That's like a monster fringe thing of the Hand. The
Hand is led by Shang Tsung from the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah. I saw that.
I don't. And Elektra has like precognition powers.
Yes, because
another thing that's like totally not explained.
That was kind of described in the prologue type thing that they did in the very beginning. I believe that was voiced over by Terrence Stamp, I believe, right? Because Terrence Stamp is like the sensei cool white guy.
Who's like super boring as a character. Like everyone in this movie is super boring. It's not even like one character, it's the whole cast.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
I think this is the first time that we've run into a movie that is so just
bland
that there's like nothing even to talk about. I mean, I want to talk about some of the assassins, but they don't even have any characterization.
Yeah.
Typhoid can kill people. One guy has like rock skin, or he's impervious to damage or something.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, and thinking about past movies we've talked about, and movies we have coming up, I think that's like the worst criticism you ever give a film is that it's so bland and forgettable. Because even like really bad movies. That's what you think. Are at least fun to talk about for some degree. Like, I mean, we had fun talking about The Room. We've had for some degree, we had a little fun talking about Birdemic.
I mean, yeah, bad movies are fun to talk about because there's a lot of shit to poke fun at.
There's nothing to really poke fun at in this movie.
No, because it's just so cookie cutter and boring.
And I think that's a worse criticism than saying it's a bad movie.
I would rather watch Daredevil than this movie.
Well, yeah, I agree.
And Daredevil's pretty bad.
Yeah, not to mention I'm not like a huge fan of Ben Affleck either.
Ugh. That's where him and Jennifer Garner met, was on the set of Daredevil.
Oh, great.
Cool, man.
Cool.
It's a seminal movie in his life.
Yes, have some.
I mean, I really do want to talk about the assassins, but, you know, Typhoid makes people die. Stone is, like, made out of rocks. Tattoo has these tattoos that are alive. And then one guy he is bald and black, and he dies like that as soon as he starts fighting. I mean, I don't even know who he is or what he does.
I mean, quite frankly,
I thought that was the guy that was like impervious stuff because Jennifer Garner
there was
tries...
like another guy. The guy that like grabs Abby from behind, that was another assassin.
See, big black guy gets shreked by the tree.
Because trees are worse than bullets.
Because trees are worse than bullets or knives or shit like that. Typhoid, because that's the woman, right?
Yeah. And we actually have an interview with Natassia Malthe, so we'll play that, and then when we get back, we'll actually talk about her character a little bit.
So how did you get involved with Elektra?
Just like any regular audition. I went to an audition, didn't really think about it much, just studied for the audition and went for it.
Did you audition for the part of Elektra, or did you audition for the part of Typhoid that you got?
I auditioned for Typhoid. This was after Daredevil, like a couple of years after Daredevil had already come out.
So what was your exposure to Elektra and comic books in general before you auditioned for the role?
What was my exposure to it?
Mm-hmm.
I bought a bunch of comic magazines with Typhoid Mary. So I read about her. I remember.
And when you got cast in the role, how did you prepare yourself to play a super-powered person?
I read the comics. I did a lot of research on her mentality and where the place she was coming from. But I also used a lot of Metallica music and listened to that all through the shooting.
And what was the shoot schedule like for the movie?
I think it was like 3 months, and it was 3 months and very long days on set in costume. So it was a pretty slow shoot for me.
Right. And how did they do the scenes where you used your superpowers?
Basically, that was CGI. I would just kind of like walk through the forest and do my motions with my hands and blow the kiss. The kiss scene with Elektra was done on kind of like a flat board that kind of like went down, and then in CGI they removed it. And I was on like a rolly thingy where I'm moving through the air.
Gotcha. And what was it like to work with Jennifer Garner and Rob Bowman?
They were both very comfortable to work with. Jennifer is very super angelic. No, I thought she was very, very sweet. She was like very easy to work with, very sweet, and surprisingly just extremely pleasant, and not, not catty, not diva-ish, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. And Rob Bowman?
Rob Bowman was like just a relaxed, very relaxed, nice guy, I guess,
Uh-huh.
They were all very pleasant to work with. Even the producers, David Foster, or Gary Foster, or whatever his name was. Mr. Foster. He was I think his name was Gary. He was very nice to work with. They helped me get a lot of movies after Elektra, and a lot of directors would call them and say, okay, she did a really good read in our audition, because once you book one movie, people are really interested in booking you for more. So,
mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of people who would ask them if I was crazy. And I often get that, like, oh my God, she's so crazy. And Gary helped me book a lot of other parts because he said, yeah, she's kind of like out there, but as soon as the camera goes on, she's on, and she does her job. Other than that, I can, I'm more when I was younger though. Like now I've kind of grown out of it, but I was a little bit strange in my 20s.
So Do you have any particular stories that come to mind when you think about your time filming Elektra?
I listen to Coldplay all the time, and Metallica. It was either Coldplay or Metallica. There's a lot about music during that time, and it was very exciting for me to do like a big studio movie. I was disappointed in the fact that people didn't really understand at that time frame that I knew how to do martial arts. And Typhoid Mary and Jennifer Garner, I think at the very beginning they were supposed to do martial arts fights. Mm-hmm. And I kept telling them, I can do martial arts, I can do it. And they were just like, nah, we're just going to let you kiss her and do like some poisonous kiss. And I remember thinking, like, why don't they believe me? So I think that was, something that they could have added to the movie if they explored. Would have been a bigger fight.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Yeah. So, and what else? It was such a relaxing shoot, and it was in the summer, and it was very beautiful, and I met, nice people, and the only thing that was difficult about that shoot would probably be the contact lenses that I had to wear. That was really hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were painful. I remember going on the Atkins diet because I wanted to, be fit. And I gained, instead of dropping weight, I gained 10 pounds. Because I ate 18 bacons a day. They were like, you can eat as much meat as you want. So I would stuff my face with bacon. And no, I did not drop that weight. And the Atkins diet did not work on me. So it wasn't that exciting.
How did shooting Elektra then compare with other projects you've worked on since then?
I think it was a bigger budget than most of the movies that I've done. So the scenes, the difference is when it's a big budget movie is that you can use 2 days to do one scene, or 1 day or 2 days, while in another movie you do a few scenes. Mm-hmm. More, and it's just faster paced, and that's about the only difference there is, really.
Do you prefer it be faster paced, or did you like the slow, relaxed pace of Elektra?
I don't mind it faster. I don't mind doing things at a higher pace at all, but at the same time, when it's slower paced, you could do, I guess, an even more better job, refined job. You really get to spend time at every little detail. The detailing of a high budget movie, it just from the costumes to the hair, people are way more picky. So you go through a lot more days of making those choices and waiting for those choices. The hair was a big choice that they made. They were very meticulous about how long how long the mohawk was, and what color the hair was. It was just was it too aggressive? I remember liking the mohawk super aggressive. I thought, oh my God, that was so cool. But then they wanted to tone it down, and so they did. But yeah, it was, meticulous in their decision making, maybe too meticulous. Not as much room for spontaneity.
Right. And what did you think of the finished project when it finally got completed and released?
I personally thought that turning it into a family movie could have dampened the excitement of seeing a Marvel comic movie. I thought maybe the focus shouldn't have been on the storyline of a girl and a superhero, but more about the villains and the excitement that is in the obstacles and the fear factor, making it more about danger. It was about danger, but I thought maybe the pacing of the movie, or I felt like the villains died too easily.
Yeah.
So.
Do you watch like the new Marvel movies that come out?
Well, yeah, they changed their direction in Marvel comic movies, and they put way more thought into it. Elektra was one of the first Marvel movies or adaptations or whatever that they did. It was like the beginning of it, right?
I don't know if it's counted in the current interconnected universe. I don't know. I know the Hulk is.
Mm-hmm. The Hulk?
Yeah, the one with Edward Norton. The Hulk is considered part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The current, like, interconnected stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Hulk. I thought, like, Ralph, what's his name? Ralph. The other Hulk? The new Hulk? The guy who plays what's his name?
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah. I thought he kind of, both of them were great doing the Hulk, but I really like how Ruffalo kind of is so casual, and he's such a regular guy, and turns into the Hulk, kind of suits the Hulk, I think. Like, very believable. The writing in the Avengers is great. I'm pretty impressed by what Marvel's turned their franchise into.
Yeah, it's an impressive juggernaut of
the guy David Mazel, who was the chairman of Marvel Film, he's the one who started that whole direction for Marvel. But I think then he got laid off or something. I don't know why, because he was doing a great job.
So are you working on anything now that you'd like to talk about?
I'm not allowed to talk about, but I'm doing a movie in June, but I was told that I wasn't allowed to announce it yet, so I can't. I wish I could, but I'm not allowed to talk about it until I think they're going to announce it in something, and then I can talk about it. But it's not like a huge movie. It's like a middle budget kind of movie, and it shoots in Louisiana. So I'm really excited about going there.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Should be really fun, and I'm playing a mother. And I'm a new mother right now. I just had a baby a year ago, so I am now playing a mom in a movie, in an action movie.
So let's talk about some of the assassins a little bit. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to talk about, unfortunately, but I mean, I think that was an interesting idea that they didn't really do much with.
Well, yeah.
I just looking back, I mean, and I'm not very familiar with the source material of Elektra or what she's done in the comics, but I would imagine, if this wasn't based, if the characters of Abby and whatever the fuck Abby's name or Abby's dad's name is, but if they're not rooted in the comic,
they're not. They're original characters created for the movie.
So why not just lift a storyline from the comic? Like, that would be far more interesting than what they came up with.
I don't know. I mean, it seems to me that they just didn't have their heads in the right place when they made this movie. And I would have thought that it would have been important to make a good film, and I don't know if they felt like they did.
Yeah, I don't know. Did Daredevil from 2003 have any kind of success? I don't remember. I remember watching it.
Not really.
I remember watching it when it came out. I don't remember it like receiving any like huge fanfare.
I mean, it made $100 million more than its budget.
Oh, well then that's the reason. I mean, that's purely the reason this movie got made.
Well, I mean, Jennifer Garner has said, publicly that this movie is terrible, and the only reason she did it is because she was contractually obligated to. So.
Oh, so like, okay, you're going to do Daredevil, and then there'll be a sequel based on Elektra? Like, they'd already planned to do this?
Yeah, a spinoff. Yeah. I'm assuming.
Oh, well then, even so, why not lift a story arc from the comic?
That's what Mark said. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what the point of this movie was, other than to fulfill contractual obligations.
Man, that's awful.
Is Stick, the character of Stick, is he from the comics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, Frank Miller wrote an Elektra comic, and Frank Miller obviously has written a lot of things. He's wrote a lot of good stuff. But, I mean, I don't get it, I guess. I don't get what the point of this movie is, because it really is just Elektra protects these two people, and then the assassins come, they all die immediately, and then Elektra has to fight the assassins, and then they die super fast. End of the movie. And that's literally it.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate too because like I'm not going to claim that there's like incredible star power here that got wasted, but there's a lot of talent with like Will Yun Lee and Terrence Stamp. Those are two. I really like Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp is a fantastic actor.
Yeah,
I mean,
he is someone who I actively look for his movies.
he was phenomenal in The Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, and Will Yun Lee is someone.
So on. He was phenomenal in The Haunted Mansion, and Swan just keeps going.
Yeah, I'm not. Whatever.
Pander to me.
Yes. Will Yun Lee is someone who I've really enjoyed seeing. He hasn't been in a ton of stuff, but
He was in Die Another Day, wasn't he?
Yes, I mean,
At the
he
beginning?
was. Yeah, he was in a Bond. He was in a Bond film. Which
Yeah.
one was it?
At the beginning of Die Another Day, and then his character
Yeah.
becomes the bad guy
Yes, and then
through
he
like
was.
the face thing.
And then he was. Not that it was super important, but I mean, he was in the Total Recall remake. He was the guy that oversaw Total Recall. He was like the Asian scientist guy in the remake.
No, that's John Cho, dude. That's like the guy from Harold and Kumar.
Oh yeah. Well, then why is he credited for being in that movie? No, whatever. It doesn't matter. He was in that movie for some reason.
Because he was who was he? He was
someone in that movie.
He was someone in that movie. I want to say he was like the guy that comes in at the beginning that is like, oh, this guy, I don't remember. He's at the beginning of the movie, I want to say.
Okay, no, that's fine. But I mean, Ben Yun Lee is a talented actor and martial artist who honestly could probably, if he got more work, could probably become like our generation's Jackie Chan. If he really wanted to.
It's just a matter of I don't get what the point of this movie was if the script was so shitty. They just moved forward with a bland, boring script and they hoped that it translated well on screen and that Jennifer Garner in like a glorified bra was going to draw in all the 18 to 25-year-old men. It's like a total bait and switch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at the poster. She's so hot. Watch the movie. It's so boring. I don't even get it really. There's nothing to get really, but it's just an all around kind of movie. I mean, we're even having a hard time talking about it. We're sitting here like drawing at straws, I think that the only kind of really interesting part of the movie is at the end when there's this huge hedge maze and they're kind of fighting inside the hedge maze.
Yeah,
But even
that was
even
kind
then,
of cool.
I mean, even then, when they're given a chance to have Will Yun Lee and Jennifer Garner fight, they fight for like a minute and then she kills him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even get enough time to fight. And at one point, this whole movie ties back with Elektra's mom was killed by Will Yun Lee, which makes like no sense unless he's like 20, 30 years older than her. So, I mean, it's a really strange movie because Marvel for a time was making these. Marvel made a lot of movies before the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mm-hmm. And some of them were really hit and some of them were huge misses. This movie is in the miss category with like Fantastic Four. But this movie's worse than Fantastic Four. This movie is just like hands down. I think this movie's worse than Ghost Rider. And that's saying something because Ghost Rider's pretty bad. Nick Cage. I don't think we need to say anything more than that.
The one and only.
The one and only Nicolas Cage. I mean, the part that I enjoyed of this movie the most is when Elektra throws her sai at Typhoid and just gets like shreked through the head with the sai.
That wasn't even like my favorite part. My favorite part was at the very beginning in that opening assassination sequence with Isaacs.
Yeah.
And she throws the sai, and it goes through him and loops his gun like on his chest. Like his gun is hanging off the tip of the sai.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah, because he's like thinking he might be able to get the drop on her and get away. So he's got his like little S&S pistol or whatever the fucking tiny ass gun it is. He's like concealing it as he's waiting, and she just fucking throws that sai, and it like just obliterates the center of his chest, and the gun just hangs. It like spins for like it does like 2 rotations around his chest, and then just hangs. It was great. So can Elektra teleport? I don't know if it's teleportation, but it's like some goofy ass ninja shit. It's weird. I don't know if I'm not going to call it teleportation, but it's goofy. It's strange to watch because we don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, she just like shows up and then disappears, and no one questions it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some like creepy ninja secret stuff that's unexplained.
Yeah, I think that's more of what it is too. Just she's a ninja.
She's a female ninja. She's a role model for the women.
She told Abby the whole movie she didn't want her to grow up like him.
All right. Don't grow up like me, please. Don't be an assassin. Great, whatever. Ugh. Such just like it's like bland. And I don't know how. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is the first time I think on the podcast we've had a hard time talking about a movie. Thanks, Elektra.
You go through, and I know you addressed this already, but it's so true. You go through the first 5 minutes in that opening sequence thinking like, oh, this is gonna be a cool movie, you know. She's just gonna go around and fuck people up, and then the rest of the movie is nothing like that opening sequence.
No, it's just her dealing with personal demons and trying to protect this girl who is the treasure.
I didn't quite get that either. She had like a magic chain.
No, like the treasure is like a martial arts prodigy, I guess.
Right, but the chain would glow when she hit people with it.
She's essentially like a real life Anakin Skywalker. She's supposed to bring balance to the ancient war between good and evil. Like that's what the prologue narration thing was telling me. And I guess at some point, Elektra was supposed to be the treasure.
And then she died.
And then she died, or
and then she came back. So why is she not?
Why
anymore?
shouldn't be the treasure?
I don't know. Well, because Typhoid even said at one point too that she was supposed to be the treasure. I don't know. Like
this movie can't make up its fucking mind.
Yeah, like you're.
It's not that it can't make up its mind. It just it decides to not explain anything. It just makes arbitrary statements and then gives no justification.
It feels like it sits there for an hour and a half and doesn't do anything, goes nowhere. And then at the end, it's like, look at all the cool things we did. It's like, but no.
And then, like, there's, like, purposeful plot points that are, like, quasi-coincidental bullshit that translate to other things. So, like, in the period of time where she's prepping to do the assassination on Abby and Mark, and she ends up having dinner with them, and then, like, the next day, she has to kill them. And for whatever reason, she uses a fucking compound bow, which gives her the time to, like, witness them and think about what she's about to do. Like, that whole series of events just pissed me off, because I'm like, this is just, like, formulaic bullshit writing, and this is boring. Why?
Because.
She has
movies.
She has a heart.
Because movies.
Yeah, she has a heart. That's right. She has a heart.
And her, according to Terrence Stamp, her heart is pure. She just had to be shown.
This movie is just.
What was the OCD thing? Like after Abby was like, "You have OCD," and she's like, "Well, no, I don't." And then I didn't.
In that, like, Abby sees her counting. She's actually verbally counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, as she's taking steps. But when she gets to the house, like, you see how she arranges fruit.
Yeah.
And her toiletries and things like that. I'm like, yeah, this bitch got OCD. And then they wait to bring it back up fucking 40, 50 minutes later.
Well, right. Like, it's shown, it's shown in the beach house. And then Abby brings it up again. Hey, you have OCD. And then Jennifer Garner says, well, no, I don't. And it has no relevance or no bearing on anything else that happens.
I guess they're like, that's a ploy to, like, make Elektra appear more human, I guess.
But there's plenty of.
She's a crazy ninja. Let's give her a disorder.
But the whole movie is hinging on the fact that she's this heartless killer that doesn't want to kill this particular family because she wants to fuck the guy. and she feels sorry for the kid, why does she need OCD on top of it?
Because it makes her appear more
I think
human,
just
Mark.
because this movie is just.
You have to humanize your
I think because this movie can't make
killers.
up its mind.
How many people can relate to Elektra?
Now that she has,
now that she has OCD.
I don't know.
Well, that's what I don't understand. I mean, Tony Stark had alcoholism, which, I mean, that is not addressed in the movies. Really, it's not. And then, Elektra, she has OCD. Okay. Great. I mean, that's like, she has OCD. That's it. Okay.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, she has OCD. There you go. Like, that's not even a thing that comes up.
No, it doesn't come up. She herself just dismisses it. She's like, I don't have it anymore. Okay.
And if you even use that, like, because in my mind, they're trying to use that as a reason to humanize the character of Elektra. But even then, OCD is not that much of a humanizing element. It's just like makes you appear, I guess, weird or very like anal retentive about how you do things, which in most movies, most assassins are to a degree anal retentive about how they act. That's part of the business in most movies, is they do things a certain way every time.
Yeah, and most assassins don't use fucking ninja size, which is just totally...
that's another thing, but...
I was it a way to bring to show that Abby is the prodigy? Abby is destined to be the next Elektra by making her exactly like Elektra, including OCD.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is that
I missed that? Did they say that Abby had OCD as well?
Yeah,
because
both had OCD.
Abby was counting. What the fuck was she counting? She was counting something at the house.
Oh, I missed that.
Well, it's okay. You didn't miss much. I mean, the movie just throws things out there and then never addresses them and just says it just because. Like, oh, she's OCD. Okay. This movie's just a mess. It's just a boring mess. And if this movie existed because of contractual obligations, man, what a reason to exist. Just saying. So... Well, I think we need to kind of move on past this movie because I think we do actually have stuff to talk about with Tank Girl.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. There's at least crazier shit to talk about. So, Mark, final thoughts and best performance. They're all boring. No one.
My final thought is it's just it's a terrible, it's a bad movie. I mean, it's boring. Like it's not even one of those movies that's good enough to watch while you're doing something else. Like we talk about things that we see, on other podcasts. Like, oh, that episode of Raw was not very good, but if you were playing a video game while you're doing it, it's okay to have in the background. Like this isn't even background noise worthy. Like this is just,
oh wow,
it blows.
It just doesn't seem like a comic book movie.
No,
yeah,
I would have
agree.
I would have no idea that Elektra was a comic book character had I not been familiar with her in the past. Like there's nothing that screams superhero here.
Or
and
if it didn't have the Marvel comic flip intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently Ben Affleck filmed a scene for this movie and it was cut out.
Oh, great.
Because why would you have... I mean, to me that's just stupid, but okay.
I don't know who I would give best performance would be the big black guy, the Shaquille O'Neal looking dude with the tree trunk that...
Bob Sapp.
Bob Sapp is his name. So
yeah, Bob Sapp.
Bob Sapp and the great job he did hearing a tree that was 300 feet tall and then walk in a straight line so the tree would fall on him.
Not being able to dodge a giant tree that he cut down himself.
Yep.
What about you, Swan?
Yeah, this movie sucks. It's the lamest thing I've seen in a long time. So, yeah, fucking skip it. Best performance, I'm actually going to go with Colin Cunningham. He played a character we didn't really talk about. He played McCabe, the agent that dealt with Elektra. And he was probably the most likable thing in the film for me besides Terrence Stamp playing a sensei.
A blind sensei.
A blind sensei.
A Caucasian blind
Yes,
sensei.
Caucasian blind sensei.
white sensei, yes.
Because movies. Yeah, I mean, I think it's unfortunate that everyone who was in this film was roped into this movie. Because I don't think that the people who are in this movie are boring. I think that the way that this movie was written is boring. I'm really going to err on the side of, because it was a contractually obligated film, it wasn't done with any sort of like giving a shit. Best performance, man, this is awkward. I mean, I'm gonna go with Natassia Malthe just because her character is the only assassin other than Will Yun Lee's who gets some sort of like fleshing out. When she's like, I was the treasure at 1.2. Her character is at least one that has somewhat more backstory than the others. So I'm going to go with her. But I mean, overall, again, like we said, this movie is a total skip because it's just, there's not a whole lot about it. And there are better comic book movies out there. Definitely better comic book movies out there. Speaking of better comic book movies, Tank Girl is the other movie we watched. Made in 1995, features Lori Petty, Ice-T, a very young and not blonde Naomi Watts, which I'm sure she would love to forget that this movie was on her career list, and Malcolm McDowell from Clockwork Orange. And Lori Petty plays Tank Girl. That is what she's called in the film, but her character's name is Rebecca, and she is a smartass who is trying to survive in the wasteland of Australia after the Earth was hit by a comet, which incurred like an 11-year drought and all the water disappeared. So, Mark, what did you think of this movie?
I loved this movie, actually. I thought it was great. Lori Petty really gets the character. She plays that, smart ass, quick-witted smart mouth really well. I mean, it's crazy. It's a weird ass, totally 90s movie, but it's fun. And I think that's, especially coming off talking about Elektra, I think that's really important to emphasize. It's just a fun movie.
Swan, what about you?
This movie's fucking nuts.
This movie is insane.
This movie is great. This was, I'm kind of mad I didn't watch this on my flight. I think I started it on my flight. So I think I only got like 20 minutes in before we landed. But, oh my gosh, incredibly fun to watch. I have to agree with Mark, Lori Petty is spot on. She handles playing an anti-heroine, superbly. And overall, it was, I guess, simply, I mean, that's the simplest way to put it. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I think this movie is crazy. It is fun to watch. I mean, it is very 90s, and it's so obviously 90s. I mean, the music, if anything, the music, as soon as you start hearing the music, you're like, yeah, 90s. Got it. There's some shit in this movie that I'm still trying to comprehend, like the Rippers, which are... well, we'll get to them when we get to them. But just know that there are monsters in this movie that aren't actually monsters. They're man-kangaroos.
Mangaroos.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Mangaroos. It is as fucking bizarre as it sounds. So I mean, I don't know how we want to talk about this movie. This movie's really all over the place. If Elektra was just boring, this movie is nothing but just like nuts, balls to the wall. Stuff's always happening.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at one point there's like a dance number. I mean, like, there's a dance number in this movie. I mean, there's so much random shit going on in this movie. Iggy Pop is in this movie, so is Ice-T. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jesus, come on.
We have discount John Travolta in Don Harvey.
Right. I mean, let's just talk about it, kind of, I guess, from the beginning. So, Lori Petty's character is living in this kind of hideout that is hiding out from Water and Power, which is like the big conglomerate that controls all the water in Australia.
It's like a paramilitary company.
Yeah, and it's led by Malcolm McDowell, who is just hamming it up every time he's on screen. I mean, like, he's hamming it up.
That's fine, but it's fun.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
he totally gets it too. I think by hamming it up every time he's on screen.
Oh, I mean, I think everybody in this movie totally buys into this movie. You have to. I mean, Ice-T is in a suit of makeup. It is. You cannot tell that it is Ice-T in the Mangaroo suit.
No.
Right? I mean,
not until he talks.
No. Yeah. I was trying to find some kind of facial feature type thing to go, oh yeah, that's Ice-T. But it's not. We haven't seen. I mean, we've seen makeup like this kind of once with Doug Jones and Abe Sapien. But even like more other practical effects. Going back to Hellboy as well, Ron Perlman, you still know that's Ron Perlman. Like, you could tell.
In this movie, they're lost in it.
Yeah, you can't tell who the actor is at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Which I think is good. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, they just... they look disgusting. They look gross, right? Like, you guys are with me on that. They're not pleasant to look at.
I don't know if they look gross. They definitely look strange.
Yeah, they don't look like a kangaroo. That's
yeah. I actually kind of dug it. I didn't think it was all that gross. I thought it was weird because, like, towards the end of the film, who's it? Booga? Was it Booga? Who was like the leader of them playing saxophone?
DT.
Yeah.
DT's like, I want to read a poem, and instead of reading a poem, he like played some jazz lick on a tenor sax.
Yeah,
it was. I actually really liked the Mangaroos. I really did, actually.
I mean, oh my god, there's just so many things in this movie that they just kind of throw at you and expect you to just like be okay with, like man kangaroo genetically engineered.
Yeah, they're supposed to be super soldiers, man.
Is that what the point of that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the army was like, we want to make super soldiers, so...
Who thought that
Apparently, I mean, dude, kangaroos will fuck you up.
Oh, would you expect kangaroo to bear down on you?
I mean, it just seems like a really odd choice. Like, kangaroo men?
Well, they can jump really high, move really fast, super strong.
Carry extra weapons in the pouch?
Yeah. Although they're, like, dynamically opposed to guns. It's unethical or whatever the shit was that they said. Immoral. Yeah. Guns are immoral.
I mean, I don't even know anymore.
This movie does so much, and the movie's not all that long either.
No, it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a super long movie, but it does a lot. It's really smart. It's really funny. It's really dumb. It does a lot of everything at a high octane level, and it's really hard to comprehend and deal with and make sure you're engaged in the story. Because even then, there's times where the storyline gets like hyper sexual. Like, there's some things Lori Petty says and does. I'm like, oh dear God, easy killer.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the specific stuff. Apparently, they cut out a scene of her when they show her room that has just 40 dildos on the wall.
Oh my.
I mean, the craziest thing, and this is something I found out after watching the movie. They cut out. Get this, Mark. They cut out a scene at the end with one of the Mangaroos, Booga. They cut out a scene that had his penis.
Oh wow. Oh no.
I love you're like, hey, get this. There's
supposed to be Mangaroo dick.
Yeah, there was furry dick in the movie.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
I think the scene I lost. When I lost it, like the first time I like gut hurting laughter was when Rebecca she's been captured by Water and Power, and this is about, I think this is like in the middle part of the movie, I guess, and she's been kind of like rebelling against Water and Power, and so she's finally she's in like a straitjacket, tied up in like a freezer, and Malcolm McDowell comes in, and she's like, so how are you doing? She's like, well, it's really hard to play with myself in this. And I'm like, what is going on?
And all of her eyes are like all of a sudden like baby blue because they froze.
Yeah.
It's just a really kind of all over the place, because at the beginning of the movie, she's in this hideout and her whole hideout gets killed because of the Water and Power guys find them. Mm-hmm. Then she gets captured, so there's this whole interlude with her at this base, and that's where she meets Naomi Watts, who plays Jet Girl, because she flies a jet. And then they're taken out and they're used as bait for the Rippers, and then they escape. And I mean,
and then they team up with the Rippers.
Yeah. I mean, it's like all over the place. And I think the craziest scene for me in the movie is when they go to this club to find this girl that was living in the hideout that got captured by, I guess, Water and Power. Mm-hmm. And she's been sold into like child prostitution and Iggy Pop is going to fuck her. Like, that's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Like, they have this whole musical number to Let's Do It by Cole Porter. It's fucking nuts. I mean, this movie is fucking insane. In the best way possible, but it's still insane. It's still a totally just like all over the place movie. It's very just like pop. It's very not pop punk. It's more like it's like a punk superhero movie.
Well, yeah. And I think in regards to that, we need to remember the source material. This is a British like pulp comic.
Yeah, it's very similar in the vein of Judge Dredd.
Yeah,
yes.
It's definitely pulpy. It's definitely culty. And it's got a lot of like because British humor goes places where most people really aren't that comfortable normally.
Right.
It's people either really like British comedy or they really don't like it. It makes them really uncomfortable. And so those elements are just smeared all over this movie. Besides the actual movie itself, the like the interlacing of animation, I thought was really cool too, because that's
a good way to keep the budget down.
Well, yeah. But that was something that we hadn't mentioned yet, and I thought that was
because there are
really
like
good.
4 or 5 scenes that are just total animation.
Well, yeah, a lot of transitionary stuff was taken care of just by animation and voiceover.
Yeah, and there's also constant narration by. Is there constant narration? Or I guess it's just the beginning.
I think it's just the beginning, and then it's not narration near the end. Because during like the that whole like Water and Power Man of Water and Power calendar sequence that fucking Rebecca pulled over, that was like voiceover when it moved to animation. It wasn't narration really.
It's just a really strange movie. This movie is hard to talk about too because of just kind of how all over the place it is. It's hard to like quantify a movie like this when it does so many things. Mm-hmm. It really just kind of spans the gamut of things. I mean, at one point in this movie, that Malcolm McDowell's character kind of becomes like a robot man, like a hologram head.
He got like incredibly shreked, just ripped to pieces by rippers.
Yeah,
and the doctor's like, "Yeah, your face is never going to be whole again."
So they cut his head off.
I'm assuming they cut his head off and like put a cybernetic holographic head on.
Yeah, I mean,
which was kind of strange because near the end of the film, they kept shadowing his face. And I kept expecting to see something like really grotesque. And then when you finally see him, it's like, oh, well, that just looks just like Malcolm McDowell. Big deal. And then Rebecca like tries to hit him in the face and it goes like right through. Like, I was like, oh, okay. That's cool. That's weird, but awesome.
It's just really kind of strange. They make some strange choices in this movie, like with, I think it's strange that this movie was a choice to be made into a movie, because this just doesn't seem like it would be, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like
profitable?
Yeah, marketable as a film option. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I can agree with that. It's definitely an odd choice.
I think, now in 2015, it's hard to think back to 95. I mean, that was that art style, look at the clothes they were wearing, that kind of grungy, post-rock kind of clothing. And look at the way they were talking, the kind of language they were using, the mannerisms. I mean, this film is really indicative of the time period it was made. So I think in 95 it wasn't as big of a risk, to be honest, but
I mean, this movie made like no money. That's what kind of bums me out. Is this movie? I mean, I know why it didn't make any money because it's such a fucking strange movie.
Well, and the source material isn't. I mean, Tank Girl isn't exactly a household name. I mean, Jamie.
Well, it's not. It's not American either.
Well, no. I mean, if this movie had been made after the Gorillas made it big here in the States 5 years later, I mean, it would be a different conversation.
It's just, I feel like this movie was set up for failure immediately because of what it is, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, but that goes back to the conversation of like, how did someone think that this movie was worth, not that it wasn't worth making, because I think it's a good movie, but the fact, I mean, movies only get made usually by, like, especially by big studios. They're only going to get made if someone thinks that movie's going to make money. So who in their right mind thought this movie was going to make any money?
That's what I'm curious about, because, you know,
this movie apparently made $6.6 million worldwide, but it had an estimated budget of $25 million.
Yeah. It is, I mean, it's just, this is a surprising movie that is a big budget Hollywood movie, that this movie was made big budget.
Yeah. Like, I'm all for...
It's ambitious, if nothing else, really.
Well, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because I'm all for, because we've talked at length in the entire history of the podcast, we've talked at length of the lack of originality coming out of Hollywood. I am all for studios going to the, like, far reaches of anywhere, out into the ether to find obscure stories to tell on film.
And this is as obscure as
this
it gets.
This is fucking obscure.
I mean, just from the look of Lori Petty's tank girl character, I mean, she has like a flat top.
It's worse than a flat top. It's like a goofy ass mullet thing.
Because she has like
changes throughout the movie.
Sides. Well, yeah, but the predominantly the look is like flat on the top, and then her sides are long all the way around.
Yeah.
Like, it's worse. It's worse than Business in the Front, Party in the Back. It's weird. Which
I think really adds to the punk sensibility of the film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think that's why this movie still kind of works, is because it's kind of got this punk undertone to it. I mean, aside from the fact that there's this, you know, whole kind of, if you want to pander to that idea that this is, you know, a huge feminist movie. I mean, because
Is it? Well, yeah.
I guess, yeah, kind of.
Empowering women.
I thought that's what Mad Max was about.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
But
I actually almost went and saw it today.
I mean, it's just, this movie needs, if you're looking for a movie that's really out there, and, you know, it's obvious it's based off of a comic book because it keeps showing, I mean, even in the intro, it keeps flashing strips and illustrations from the comic, but I don't think if they had any of that in the movie, you'd know this was a comic book movie.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
This is more just like of a Tim Burton movie.
I don't know if it's so much Tim Burton. I guess
if it weren't comic book, you'd just be like, this is a weird Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess you could go so far as to say it's Tim Burton. Yeah, it's a fucking strange movie.
It's really a weird movie. It's just weird. It's weird in a good way. It's not weird in a bad way. And it's definitely not boring either. I mean, you know, this movie got all of the energy that Elektra had, that Elektra lacked. So it's it's a strange movie, and there's kangaroo men that look horrifying, in my opinion, because it's just, their like skin's all mottled, and one of them talks like it's got mental problems, and I mean, the best part of this movie is Lori Petty.
Yeah.
Oh no, she steals the show from the second she opens her mouth to the last scene.
And it's because she buys into the movie. She buys into the concept 100%.
Yeah. What did you guys think of that weird ass device that like sucks all the water out of people?
I thought that was pretty.
I mean, it makes sense in kind of the scope of the world that they're inhabiting.
Well, no, yeah, I get that, but like, I don't know if I've ever seen a movie create any kind of tech like that before.
Where it's like it's drawing water out of the blood.
Yeah, it's literally like sucking all the water. Because I mean, it's like common knowledge that the human body's like what, 70% water anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like this device that people get stabbed with, and it like just sucks moisture, all the H2O out of the human
Malcolm
body.
McDowell's fucking character drinks it.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. Or was his name? Lovely.
Oh yeah, he said lovely. God.
This is a really bizarre ass movie.
You would think though that there was more water in the body than a little 8-ounce Aquafina bottle.
Yeah, you would think.
And you know, the effects in this movie were done by Stan Winston, which, I mean, he's obviously, you know, he was the master of practical effects in Hollywood, and it's just I don't know. I just can't get over how kind of ugly the kangaroo men look.
Well, I mean, how else do you expect kangaroo men to look?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, think about that for a second.
Well, apparently in
Mangaroos.
the comics, they were more
More like,
men than kangaroo.
Gotcha. I think that would be like worse. Like, I think to me that would look worse. Like, personifying a kangaroo, because they kind of what they did was they personified a kangaroo, like the kangaroo body a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it still looked very kangaroo-esque. And I don't know. I think if you made the body more, like kept it more human-looking and made it kind of kangaroo-y, I think that would be incredibly frightening.
So, do you guys want to hear the exact scene that was left out of the movie with the penis?
Yeah, sure.
So,
oh yes,
Ice-T's character goes into Booga's room to wake him up, only to find him and Tank Girl, who do sleep together in the film, sleeping after they had sex. And the scene was deleted because the studio thought it was too much verging on bestiality. I mean, I get it. Stan Winston and his crew made a full body Ripper suit, so a full naked suit, and a $5,000 prosthetic 12-inch penis.
Oh, God.
huh?
Mark's just like, I
mean,
okay.
I would have liked to have seen that. Just to see that scene because of how fucking nuts that would have been.
$5,000 though on a 12. I mean, that's a lot of money on a 12-inch cock.
I mean, it would have been
12
hilarious.
A 12-inch mangaroo cock.
Mangaroo cock.
Huh?
Man, it probably had like fur on it and shit.
Oh God!
Did they
did
they actually film? Like, did that get to the filming portion?
It filmed. Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I wonder if we could find that somewhere out in the ether.
I mean, I don't think that scene exists. Like, I don't think it's ever been released, but I would love if it had been, because that would have been hilarious. Fucking big old fucking kangaroo dick. But one of my favorite piece of trivia from this entire film is just one singular sentence. Naomi Watts is ashamed of this film.
Oh man.
Oh, why?
Well, that's actually kind of a bummer. I thought Naomi Watts was pretty good in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so too.
I liked Jet Girl.
She wasn't terrible.
Yeah, there were worse things in this movie.
But I mean, I can totally get being ashamed of this film and your involvement in it.
I guess,
especially if there was going to be a scene with a 12-inch kangaroo dick.
I guess because like Naomi Watts just kind of has the aura of like a high profile Hollywood actress, and so something like this would probably be something that she wouldn't normally do anyway.
I mean, she's been nominated for 2 Oscars.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess she can be ashamed of this film.
I mean, it sucks, but I don't think that this film is that bad.
No, it's not.
Oh,
I don't think.
No way.
I don't think that. I don't see any reason for her to be ashamed of being a part of this film.
No.
Other than it doesn't fit with the serious acting roles that she's taken in the last 10, 15 years.
Well, yeah, I think that was the point I was trying to make.
You should be more ashamed of the
previously.
fact that you were in the fucking King Kong remake, Naomi Watts.
or The Impossible. God, that movie was bad.
The Impossible. Oh yeah.
The fucking
flood
the
flood
fucking
movie
tsunami.
that you watched?
The tsunami true story thing. Oh, that was a bland movie too.
I missed that one.
Well,
yeah, that there's a written review about The Impossible.
I don't think you
find it
missed
on-
much.
No, you didn't. If you're really interested in that one, that's Naomi Watts, Ewan McGregor. You can find my review of that on good old cultureshock.com.
I mean, and I haven't
Great
seen
plug.
Lori Petty in a whole lot of stuff either.
Me neither. Like she's a very memorable actress. Like as soon as I saw her face, I was like, oh yeah, I know her. But I can't recount or recall many things I've seen her in.
Yeah, I mean, she's been in some stuff, but it's not anything of like substantial value for, I guess, a lot of people. I mean, she was in an episode of Orange is the New Black,
Yeah.
which is kind of, like a thing now.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like Tank Girl. She's definitely gotten a little older. So
Yeah. It's kind of weird because if you go to her IMDb page, her known for movies are things I don't even remember her being in, like A League of Their Own, Free Willy, Point Break.
And then Tank Girl.
Tank Girl. Like, I don't remember her in any of those movies but Tank Girl.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, man. I mean, Mark, final thoughts, best performance?
It was just a great fun movie. It's neat to see Jamie Hewlett's artwork for people that aren't familiar with his work. Yeah, I mean, a great way to spend an hour and a half. Lori Petty, easily best performance, hands down, steals the show.
Now I see why you were talking about
the gorillas. Yeah.
Now I see why you were talking about the gorillas.
Yes. Yeah,
because the guy who did the art for this is the co-creator of the gorillas.
Correct. Jamie Hewlett does the artwork for Gorillas, and in addition to being the co-creator of Tank Girl, or the comic book of Tank Girl.
What about you, Swan?
Movie's fucking nuts. You
really should watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it. Like, I had fun watching this movie sober. I'm actually very curious to see how I would respond if I were kind of buzzed or feeling really good. I think this would be incredibly fun. Like, this is something like I could see, like, you, me, John, and Mark slamming a few brews and having fun watching this movie. Like, I think that would be incredible.
This movie really is just one of those movies that it's hard to watch sober because you're just like, what am I watching?
Well, I mean, there's that, but I mean, I still had fun watching this movie.
Oh
sober.
yeah, it's a fun movie, and it doesn't take itself seriously either.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Best performance for me, I'm going to go with Malcolm McDowell because I love seeing Malcolm McDowell play villains. It's what he's basically to me, it's what he's known for. It's his shtick.
Unless you've seen Clockwork Orange.
Well, yes. Wait, isn't he a villain in Clockwork Orange?
I mean, he's the main character. He kind of, I guess you could say so.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange is not so much about a protagonist as it is about the antagonist.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But he's awesome. He incredibly hams it up. It's a lot of fun. This is a definite, you should check this out.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you guys. This movie is definitely just a fucking nuts movie. There's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie. This movie goes a lot of places. It introduces a lot of kind of really strange, random stuff. Best performance? Man. I'm going to have to go with Lori Petty as well. I mean, she really does make this film. She totally makes this film. In the best way. I mean, there are some other kind of interesting roles, but her role as Tank Girl really makes this film worth watching. If it had been anyone else, they might not have bought into it 100%. So, well, Mark, is there anything you want to plug before we wrap this up?
You can just find my weekly NXT reviews on cultureshocked.com.
Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter at DecisivePumpkin. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. Swan, what about you?
You can follow me on Twitter at MESWANNJR. That is me, Swan Jr. That's it.
And you can follow me on Twitter at HeelStash. Make sure to like the Culture Shocked Facebook page and subscribe to us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. And subscribe to the Kulturecast on iTunes. This Sunday, we are recording the TMNT franchise podcast. It is going to be something else. I am really looking forward to it. We'll be covering all 5 of the TMNT movies, including the animated one, obviously. We have a huge slew of interviews to go along with that podcast. It's probably going to be a 2-parter, so sure to keep your eyes out for that one. And yeah, that's it.
Cool. Let's stop.
She's just a girl. She's just a